Hi, my name is Mark Friesen. This is my project number 2 for Geography 777 for the spring semester of 2021. And for my map, I chose the Mount Hood National Recreation Area in Oregon. It's a very popular area, about an hour and a half outside of Portland, which is a metro area of about 2.5 million people. So it's a pretty popular destination. It's got a lot of winter activities, good downhill skiing and cross-country skiing and snowshoeing. And in the summer, there's camping and thing and all of that. So it's a lot of people visiting. So that's what I'm using for my map in this project, and there's obviously a lot of possible data you could do with this, and I chose mainly there are lots of trails, ski routes that you could map, and then for points there's trailheads and parking areas, and also where people have died. It also can be kind of a dangerous place sometimes. So I used a Django backend with a in which I could upload all the shape files, so the line strings and the points, the trails and the other points, they can all have sort of different activities associated with them. Trails can be have different types of activities. It could be a climbing route or a ski run or a hiking trail. And a point could be a trailhead or a parking area or campground, things like that. So you've got sort of lots of many-to-many relationships there potentially. And with Django, you get it's a web framework, and you get an admin tool, so you can you can sort of manage your database from this if you want to go in and edit something. You can do it through this rather than having to go in through the database and that way. So that can be pretty handy, especially if you're going to be wanting to add things to your database as you go forward. So jQuery for the interactivity, and the base layer I adapted in Mapbox Studio. Adapted one of their standard outdoors base layers, and Mapbox Studio gives you lots of capabilities of really fine-grained base layer. So I was trying to give kind of a Swiss topographical map kind of look. Anyway, so as when it loads, you've got a map of kind of the area here, and I'm loading it with the climbing routes just to kind of show that there can be just kind of show that this map has something on it. It's not just and when you roll over these, you get the trail names, and then over here you've got other options of layers you can look at, and you can look at cross-country ski trails. Here's the downhill ski trails. These are the snow park areas, which these parking places are. You can also look at trailheads here, and if you click on the dots here, or any of the dots on the map actually, you will get some pop-up information over here on the right, telling you some of the activities that are available at that particular spot. And then a link here to some more info that's in this box that takes you out to the Forest Service site for each of these dots. In the data, it very helpfully has an ID number for each point, and they use that ID in constructing the URL, so it's easy to predict what the URL for each of these would be. So you can hit the reset button here over here. It will take you back to the original load position of the map. And here's the sort of grim layer here. These are deaths that have occurred on Mount Hood over the past, back to the 19th century actually. It's about 130 of them. A lot of them are climbing deaths, as you'll see up here around the peak, but there's also, you can see down around the ski areas, you see deaths, and then some other, other places, hiking and things like that. If you click on these dots, you'll get much the same sort of information about each one, and many of them also have a link out to information, news coverage, sometimes of each incident. So yeah, also I have given people here the ability to upload a photo, which will take you to an upload page. You can just put in some information about the photo, and it will upload that information in the photo into the backend database. So those can be used for display. What I'd like to have done with a little more time would be to give people the ability to say, to click on the map at the spot where they took the photo, and then that would grab a lat long from the map, and then that would attach that to the photo data. So then you could create a layer on the map that would locate all the photos, so people could kind of see where the photos were taken and click through and look at the photos. For mobile, things look a little bit different, kind of like this. This is sort of still a work in progress, I think. A lot of this still kind of works. You need to do some scrolling to see some of the stuff. Oh, and also this little button here works on desktop, works on mobile as well. You click on this, and it will geolocate you. And obviously I am not near the mountain, but if you are near the mountain, it will put you on the spot where you are, which can be handy, especially if you've got a mobile device, and tell you what's nearby. So I think that's about it. That's my map. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed it.